Hello everybody and welcome back to ESL One Manila 2016, our last day, our last game, our last series of day one of our 3-day event before we head to the wonderful world of Olan Manila crowd. I got two fresh casters joining me. I am joined by the fellow Australian, Gods, as well as Winter. I feel so much SEA knowledge sitting around me right now.
You hope for the cast's sake you're going to be on Empire side because we may bring a little of that caster bias to the table.
Well, okay,
No, just kidding.
Do we have to play like devil's advocate? I choose to go with Empire just so you guys can go for Fnatic.
I'll be honest. I'll just choose whichever draft I like more.
Okay.
So,
See, that's the better way to do it. You ever have those people come up to you and go, "Oh man, which team are you rooting for?" I'm like, I don't root 30 team. I root for good Dota.
There's still times where I feel like a team can have a better draft. I think they're going to lose just based on how the teams may match up, though.
We had that in our first series of today.
Yeah.
That was actually...
I got like 8 games wrong in a row at Starlight when I was doing predictions, and I'm like, at some point I was just like, I need to stop.
Winter,
I need
who
to stop.
do you think's gonna win this?
Yeah, pretty much. I just kept cursing the team, so I'm done with predictions.
I mean, we saw in the earlier match where Empire played a very fast-paced style of Dota, and that's how Fnatic play as well. In general, most of the C teams play that way. They play very fast. So, I mean, this match is going to be very interesting. Like, who has the better tempo and who can break the enemy's tempo.
Well, Secret just let Empire play their game because Secret...
They were way too greedy, though.
Yeah, they picked greedy. They just tried to farm. They let Empire do everything they wanted to do. So these teams will match up much more similarly with the picks and the playstyle. You've got DJ on the side of Fnatic, who's the big tempo control. But what we saw from Miposhka with his Earth Spirit as well as Enchantress, two heroes that DJ plays ridiculously well. These two guys are like the same player for their respective teams in a lot of ways.
And both heroes are banned out in the first two.
I mean, all these heroes are like the 4th-position heroes outside of the
they are very fast-paced heroes as well. Like all these heroes, they don't really need much. They don't need farm. They're just basically heroes that can dictate a lot of play in the early game, like especially in the laning phase for the Bounty and the Enchantress. These two heroes. And even in pubs, we see how much Bounty can do. Right? In a team game, it's even worse if both of the teams are always fighting and you have track.
We should explain as well for people who are watching the screen right now. Bottom team is Team Empire, and the top team is Team Fnatic, because I realize that's now covered up by our overlay. But just to help you out there, Team Empire is playing Radiant.
Well played.
Hey, I'm here. I speak for the people.
Toby's an educator. I was I've been realizing this Nature's Property here has been very popular as of late. So I was watching some educational videos of yours about how to play.
Son of a bitch.
How to play Nature's Property. You guys check it out. It's just fantastic stuff.
God, Jake, do you just want to resurrect like a 2012 meme? Can you not come up with anything new, Gods? You're living in the past, man. Find the future.
I mean, luckily there's
a lot of other stupid crap that I have done in my time. Just pick up on that.
Things go full circle. I'm living the past where SEA Dota was great, and luckily it's like as of the last few months, SEA Dota it's great again. So, you know, things are going full circle.
Can we not continue the whole track because SEA Dota cannot fall apart the next year?
Okay. Well, hopefully Fnatic will do their best.
Yeah.
Come on, guys. We just want to see good Dota. Come on.
Hey, he brought it up. I was. We're just the nice guy about this. You're just being the dick. All right. So Team Empire, we get Doom, Fnatic. Say hello to Invoker. What a surprise! Fnatic Invoker mid.
I think I have seen Doom against Chen so much recently. Like even the earlier series, we saw Doom against Chen.
Yeah.
Like for the early game reasons, because obviously we know that in the late game situation or mid game situation, you Doom a target, Chen can always send that guy back. But it's a lot in the early game where the Doom can devour one of the Chen creeps, and the Doom is flexible. You can be somewhat like a bounty hunter. You follow the Chen around and you annoy the shit out of him, and he can't do. You ruin his tempo basically, because Chen is all about the early game tempo.
It's kind of funny, like at one point with like the Chens and like the Evokers, like it was both let's make sure we get like Hand of Midas here to go against the Chen to remove everything. But now the Doombringer, we hardly ever see a Hand of Midas build on him, and he's more active early items.
It's like a bounty replacement, like I mentioned, and you just annoy the Chen and you just run around, and it's like I have no farm, you have no farm, but if the Chen doesn't do anything in the early game and the Doom doesn't do anything in the early game, I'll use Devour to catch up after, and your Chen doesn't do anything in the early game. It's better for the Doom's team. So it's like a very good trade-off. And they're banning out the Zeus, which is one of the heroes that's very good at breaking the Chan's tempo in the game. Because the early stage, you want to smoke, you get killed, you push tower. And Zeus is a hero that's very hard to gank because he stays very far behind and he pushes out the wave very fast.
Well, Fnatic gonna start putting together some kind of global ganking potential out of this. The Spectre pick up with the Invoke, you've got Sunstrikes, you've got Haunt. They're pretty much just missing that initiator.
I mean, you talk about that, but I think this type of carry fits their playstyle.
Yeah,
like, fits
fast-paced.
Nat as well, because
Yeah.
Nat doesn't play he doesn't play the other type of carries like PL, Ember. He plays a team
with a lot of gyrocopter,
team-based kind of carry, yeah.
Juggernaut,
And Spectre fits the way he plays his carry.
Yep.
So
Speaking of carries, what does Team Empire now build into for their core? Someone that can directly fight up against the Spectre, or do you get
faster pace? I think you want to play fast pace so you can actually prevent the Spectre, because like Spectre gets a lot of gold from fighting, and you want to pick a carry that can fight early.
They may want the gyrocopter, I think. The gyrocopter is the one that stands out to me.
They do have Ramses on that team.
Yeah. But Fnatic protect this pick with the Oracle ban, and they go into Batrider for a high. One of his best heroes.
There's still a bench if they really want to
Yeah.
worry about the lasso. I mean, Oracle is like instant cast, so in the early stages of the game, it's much better. But bench provides, I feel personally, bench provides more later for the team.
They
There
pick
she
up the
is.
bench. I guess kind of open to Ramses playing a number of different heroes, but gives Fnatic one last shot to ban something like that gyrocopter.
Yeah, because they still need that physical damage, right? You got Prophet and you got Puck, so there's a lot of control, there's a lot of magical.
Yeah, you can get away with not having a true, like, gyrocopter I don't really consider being like a heavy physical damage carry when you go the SNY BKB build, but it's just all about that early to mid game stage of the game more than anything.
So Fnatic's looking for their support to pair up with the Chen.
The 3/4/3 hero.
I mean, there's still Rubik.
Disruptor. You have a Spectre though. Rubik Spectre seems really
Yeah, the
weak.
lane will be really
I think you
weak.
need Disruptor. Witch Doctor we've been good against Nature's Prophet, but
There's not many good
Yeah.
hero like Lion, but Lion is. I mean, Lion is okay.
it's okay. Yeah.
It's fine.
You may actually want something like Lion when you're playing into the puck, just to make sure you have that insta lockdown
Yeah,
capability.
that's a good point because it's more likely it's an Exort Invoker, so they only have Lasso.
Yeah, exactly. Lasso gets counted by swap, then what's your follow-up disable? Disruptor's okay with the ultimate, but again, then you're relying on your ultis to land, and it's not that like stable, reliable stun that a line brings to the table. Oh, Fnatic actually run a lot of Shadow Shaman. They could always pull that out too.
That's one of Nat's favorite heroes, but he's playing the carry now. So, not sure.
Yeah.
Well, if you like, they can swap the roles if you really want it, Winter.
Nah, they
I
won't.
don't think we like it. bad idea for your
There's the line. Yeah, there's a lineup for Fnatic.
stable pick.
Yeah, so Team Empire just need that last four.
Empire can actually put a lot of pressure on the lanes. The Doom can head top with the Nature's Prophet, and well, with the Gyro Band, that's actually a great partner to go with
They
the
have the
puck.
puck as well.
Yeah.
I also felt the lifesteal was really good because I watched like during was it Shanghai Majors where Fnatic picked lifesteal against MVP and Kyo was on Spectre as well. Basically the idea what Mushi did in that game was when he got level 6, he got a Ancient and he went to the Spectre's lane to just annoy him. That's how he played that game. So I'm not sure if Empire's gonna run the same like sort of game plan. I know you're not a fan of it.
Originally I hated it, but there was actually, I think it was actually VGR. I think it was VGR at Starlighter that did the lifestealer strat.
We saw both VGR as well as LGD both pull out lifestealer.
But one of the teams did it so much better than the other because they were always moving. They were actually controlling up the ancient camps a lot more.
And they would pop out of the ancient very early in the fight. They went the standard phase, armlet, drums build. Yeah. We didn't see any Radiance shenanigans. It was all about fighting. VGR definitely did it, and LGD.
Was it how back then?
Talking about the recent style.
Oh, the recent one. Yeah. Oh, okay. But basically, it could also mean that the lifestealer is just with the Prophet and the puck teleporting around and just setting up kills. It doesn't mean it's going to be Ancients.
Yeah, you don't want to go Radiance this game.
You're probably going to do it anyway, just because like how powerful it is. Like, if you look at your force down early towers, you are running a Nature's Prophet, obviously. Early towers equal faster Blink Dagger, whatever.
I think it's still really strong to annoy, like, because if you think about Spectre's tempo in the game, he's going to get level 6, I'm gonna wait for my team to do stuff elsewhere, and I'm gonna horn over. So if you're the lifestealer, I pop level 6, I get into Ancient, I go to your lane. So you're not gonna be able to farm. I'm just gonna run you around.
Yep.
That's like part of the strong ideas of drafting lifestealer versus the Spectre.
At that point, who do you give the space to? Like, do you almost just say, okay, Nature's Prophet comes safe lane, we give him the farm, or is it worth buffing up either the Doom or the VS?
Probably the Doom, I'd say, because Doom sort of... I mean, Venge still scales very well with farm, but I would prefer to give it to Doom, personally.
I feel like
like
the timing choice. I'm thinking, like, what do you get from, like, if you give one of these guys farm, what does it give you up against Fnatic? Wow! Wow! That's a little savage.
Obviously, he found his keyboard, he's typing.
he still hasn't. He had to buy a whole new one.
I think one thing to keep in mind, we talk about Lifestealer being used to pressure the Spectre. Fnatic's draft is not all about Spectre. They're going to use that Spectre as the fighting kind of mid-game carry. It's going to be the Invoker at the top of the net worth for Fnatic. Like,
yeah.
Spectre, not until you get like maybe 30, 40 minutes a game does Spectre even really ever overtake.
I mean, like what Will mentioned earlier, Spectre is like a carry. You don't really need that whole much of a net worth to be strong. Like, you just need 1 or 2 items and you're really, really strong already.
So I don't feel like the solution to beating a draft like Fnatic's is to just go and pressure the Spectre in lane with the Lifestealer.
Are they really going to go into this? 4-man fight, Fnatic? No.
Fnatic.
No, they so we looked at the bottom rune to see who gets this one. Ramses? Ollie's going to rage to try and take out the rune, and he actually does get it. So Empire get both bounty runes. And Batrider,
He's gonna run him down with boots though. He's gonna take a lot of damage.
Ramses is fine.
Yeah.
It's a lifestealer. Who's already half a level in. Like, all he's gonna do is just get, like, Feast. He's got Feast, Tangos, and a shield. However, 5 stacks of Sticky, maybe not the greatest in the world.
I just want to see, drag the creep wave off, Cheers level 2, and once you're level 2, you can always have the option to fall back to your jungle at that stage.
Interesting to Mapochka, he's gonna start himself up on top lane.
If you see how both the teams are playing right now, like the supports, the Chen on Fnatic side, he's gonna be helping. He's sending a creep, a Hellbear Smasher to help the Bat, because if you look at their lineup, the point of tempo will lie on the Bat Rider's shoulders, and for Empire side, their point of tempo will be on the Prophet Afterlife. So the Doom is gonna start off lane.
That clap, he baited out the first part of it with 4 sticky napalms. That's first blood. Ohio is gonna claim it. Not only helping, but, well, really helping. Oh, the Courier Snipe too. One more attack, Scandal.
Oh no, now
Too deep. The Sunstrike is a little bit off target, however. Scandal's still at -2 on his armor, but he'll be okay.
That could have gone really bad for Scandal.
If it works though, we'll be like, hey, Scandal, you're amazing.
So on the other hand, Miposhka on the Doom, he gets the Tornado. And not the greatest creep at the start of the game. But they're still applying a lot of pressure. He has the armor aura, so if they want to push the tower with the Prophet, it's gonna help a bit.
It's actually probably one of the better creeps though when you think about it, because it means he can then face up against 3-4-3 and give more space to Afterlife to harass directly.
Yeah, so, but ideally the best creep is always going to be the Satyr.
Yeah, Satyrs and Golems. Get that free Hellboilder, but the big thing here is 3-4-3 doesn't have boots. That was what we saw in the Doom versus Lion matchup early today. When you've got boots on the line, you can actually tighten and trade hits.
I thought the bought everything. Oh, the Lion bought something as well. He didn't start with boots, because usually when the Chen buys everything, the Lion player will get the boots.
Scandal.
Yep. And then
already used Phase Shift as well as Orb. He'll try and battle up against mid one. Supports coming in to very fire consumption from both of them.
Oh my god!
And Puck will actually take the kill against mid one.
Oh,
style all over his face.
He literally knew what was going on there. He was so calm. The Doom was coming in, and he had that one enough time for the second Phase to come off cooldown. That was just well played. The Sunstrike?
Not close.
What was that?
Oh, by the
there it was.
Close-ish.
I'm like,
kind of.
So waiting for him to go all the way back to base. Nope. Afterlife getting flanked right now on the top lane, and he wants to TP out. 3-4-3 actually wastes his time out perfectly. He's still got a Hexy Valve as well, so Afterlife, there's no TPing away from this. Net will get an easy kill with just a little bit of extra help from 3-4-3.
Yeah, when they saw the Doom like in mid lane, they immediately began to play aggressive at top, so that was very well played by Fnatic, using the situation to their advantage. And the Chen so far, apart from sending a creep to bottom lane, hasn't really started to move around yet.
Yeah, and when you're sending a creep on, you're not going to be getting that kind of fast levels and
now he has
just level 2.
He has the Satyr for mid.
Okay. Well, he's probably just going to keep stacking this camp that he's sitting by to get a wild
Scandal.
tornado it.
That's a little aggressive, but at least the settler is going to go down, and Maposhka is going to rotate himself over.
Well, how convenient, comes over, devours his sport spirit, you know, gives his buddy a hand.
We're looking to bottom lane, open wounds over on Ohio. They do have magic missiles, Son of Feral as well, and they're bringing in Afterlife, so support really rotating in heavily here from Empire to give them yet another kill.
Yeah, all these pickoffs created by Prophet will be really crucial because, as I mentioned, he's going to be their tempo controller early game until the puck gets the blink. So Prophet has to be very active in helping his team get as much kills as possible.
This Doombringer real is a bounty hunter.
Well, they both got tornado here, so Shen's got the tornado creep, Maposhka had himself, they could battle it out.
Well, maybe with the help of 343 this may be more possible, but
343, he needs help.
Yeah, that's a lot of burn thanks to Scorched Earth. Can he keep in range of him? The Hex will be there from 343. The Prophet is refusing to TP over
it's cooldown,
on cooldown for the moment.
Level 1. So.
Yeah.
5 seconds more.
Give him time.
It looked good for Empire when they scat out that stack, but just not really in the best position to contest it. But I think Doom actually may go back in, knowing that Prophet now is TP
they want to go mid.
Stop it.
Look for the stun. There's the Invis rune from King R. Does the work with the Infernal Blade. Minute one's going to drop. Afterlife actually TP'd in as well. Ohio, maybe he can make something out of this with the help of Chen. Afterlife is locked over in the tree line. Creates a couple of treants, but that's not going to do much. But you're still killing off the Invoker. And that's slowing down his progression on both levels as well as money. He's still, he's level 5 at the moment. The puck is just about to crack his level 6.
I mean, Ohio played the situation really well though. He was anticipating the Empire were going to play aggressive on the Invoker, so he was already there waiting. It was just unfortunate Empire had too many heroes there, so he couldn't save mid on. But it was still a really good play there from Bad Rider. So he's going back to bottom lane to defend his tower right now. But for him, no jungle stacks, so because Pen took everything.
Fnatic do have Haunt now, that's kind of what I was keeping an eye on. The Spectre just cracks level 6, so they've now got that extra +1, similar to what the Nature's Prophet
but
offers.
it's difficult for the Bat to create the tempo, so they need the Lion or the Chen to make a smoke play. That's easier for them to make the Haunt tempo going. So they're smoke right now.
And it's hard because they don't have a
Oh, the
lane.
Doom is here!
Oh, well,
That's sad.
He really is bounty.
he may go down to Spectre Haunt though.
Here comes Special Haunt. They do trap him in, but he's still got that Scorched Earth off, and okay, no.
That's like okay for Doom. It's like you scout the enemy jungle, you eat a Chen creep, and then you go down to a full-man gank. Like that's your job is Doom.
That's like understanding the tempo. Like you know that Fnatic just have level 6 on net, so you know that they're gonna try and create a tempo. So Doom sacrificing himself, and 343 gonna get caught by the 12.
Well, Scandal. Phase shift up. Oh, he actually got himself a double stun as well. Afterlife couldn't get the instant damage in. And 343, well, he'll go down, but will it be worth the cost? Scandal keeps bottling up, but the earn charge made it so difficult to escape.
That's a soul kill for Spectre too, getting up to level 7. That's a really important pickup for Net there.
So
they're about to try and go for more.
I'm still waiting for the life steal.
You gotta go instant stun, follow-up wave of terror, Infernal Blade hit, and then the Centaur stop. Normally that is one of the worst creeps that you can pick up over on this Doombringer, and looks like right now it actually still will remain such a thing. King R has to retreat back up to the tower. The stun this time from 343 is a little bit off target.
This life steal hasn't been active yet. I am expecting
he's level 7 and he hasn't.
Yeah, I'm actually expecting him to be much more active with his team. Like you want to follow the Prophet around as much as you can with the TP. Infest into TP.
What's he picked up now? So, what, does he finish the drums first, or is it just enough having the bracer?
Probably drums. If you're gonna get the bracer, you may as well upgrade. Otherwise, you can rush the arm. Right?
Well, it's because like the armor was the build we saw coming out from VGR when they did it. But the normal build, if you're like doing ancient abuse, is to go into that radiance as quick as you can.
Yeah, Tranquil. Radiance flags.
Yeah.
I feel the Radiance just doesn't synergize well with the puck initiation.
Here he goes.
You want to maximize your damage.
His first move of the game, Ramses. He's coming towards middle lane. Wants to secure the tower.
He's a long way away from the rest of his team though, but they start the initiation again. Over on mid one, Infernal Blade. Again, Centaur Stomp again. The Scandal this time around, he is going to be to get both Dream Call as well as the Silence, but Ohio dragging him up. The Special One's going to cause a lot more chaos to this one. Scandal goes down the tree lines, and they're in very, very deep here, Empire. Underneath tier 2 towers. They'll still get to pick up over on Chen, but they're going to lose out massively. Ramses, well, okay, they do have a lot of life to fight with. It still is a 2-for-2 trade-off. But do they get out of here?
Open wounds? Oh, it's still on cooldown.
It just comes off cooldown now.
That's a lot.
Okay, they're chasing Ohio.
Oh, he's going to get mana from the bottle too.
He still doesn't have last two, however. And Firefly's on cooldowns. Not going to find a kill from this.
Oh, Prophet actually didn't manage to grab the tier 1 at top, so that could have been better for Empire if they were at least 2 for 2 straight plus the tower at top. Would be really good for them.
It's Net who's really turned around things.
Oh,
for
bottom
Fnatic.
lane, Prophet coming in.
Yeah, they're looking for 3-4-3. They knew he was trying to farm up his level 6. So Wave of Terror reveals.
Oh.
King R's too far away. The Treants blocked his path.
Even without the treats there, that was probably a bit too far to get the stun up.
Like if you had a Quelling blade, maybe you could cut through the tree line on the side, and maybe then he'll get through. But
Fnatic have done a really good job just utilizing the Spectre Horn. Like both times where it looks like Empire is about to get something moving. The solo kill on the Doom, not exactly ideal, but that fight there, without Net coming in, that's just a complete disaster.
Yeah, wait, this Invoker is actually really poor. I just realized.
Oh my God. Dived again and again.
he's under 2k net worth when the live stealer is over 4k. He's 0-3-2 for the KDA.
Oh, okay. This is like one of the roughest games I've seen Midon had recently.
There's the drums for Ramses, and the tier 1 tower to fall for Fnatic. And Net, he only just came here, but you've lost your tier 1 tower in your safe lane as well as your off lane.
They're just waiting for the blink now. They have to wait for the blink from the bat. He's pretty close to it. He's their main tempo right now. Like the other heroes, basically Spectre is waiting for his team to create a tempo. Invoker's way too poor, and he's also waiting for his team. Chen and Lion, it's like they need to go tag along, you know. They need to tag along with someone, and which the someone is going to be the Bat Rider, and he's really close to his blink, so they need to wait for that before they can make any moves.
It will be Puck having Blink around the same time, so we'll be kind of seeing that aggression versus aggression. Oh, actually quite a bit
Puck
slower
is
now,
actually
yeah.
quite far
He's going
away.
for treads first.
Yeah,
so.
he went for treads.
Yeah, so we'll be Fnatic. And you'll have the Blink on the bat around the same time Lion hits level 6 as well.
Yeah,
so.
but like I mentioned, Empire is not really relying on a dagger from Puck that much because the Prophet can create tempo with the Life Stealer and the Doom and the Bench as well. Like all their heroes, they have multiple focal points of tempo creation, whereas on Fnatic, they have to rely on the Blink from the Bat Rider.
We're going to see them group up again. It looks like a smoke coming out from perhaps Puck and Doom. And they don't need to have 3 or 4 heroes smoked up when you've got the Nature's Prophet TP in. Yeah,
oh, okay,
in the mid lane. They're heading...
Yeah, they're gonna
perhaps going for Invoker again.
Oh, nope, they bring in some help. Well, okay.
This is like to kind of cover the fact that they smoke up.
They're looking for the bat because they know the bat is farming his Blink, so they're trying.
Oh, they found mid one. Straight to Doom.
This is not
Instant
a very important target at this stage right now because the bat's Blink is like the key item right now.
It's
for
still
Fnatic.
nice.
I mean, it's
Come
still
on,
nice.
it's still an Invoker.
He's already so poor, you know.
Yeah,
Like,
he's even more poor, you know.
It's space creation.
It's psychological warfare. You beat him down the ground, you keep kicking him a few more times, you know, rub his face in the mud.
And then Spectre haunts and kills off your entire
I mean,
team.
I remember that was what happened to Sumia, you know, during DAT. They killed him so many times,
If I also remember the phases, like Samal doesn't give a crap because then he gets an ultra kill. Afterlife, oh, there's a jump in Finger of Death so heavily onto him. DJ, oh no, Half-Life, he's getting himself out. No, he doesn't. No, he doesn't. The Urge Charge ensures the kill. The Centaur from DJ was also in the perfect spot to make sure the Scandal couldn't escape himself out. And considering Scandal's earlier game today, like he was dodging Centaur stomps left, right, and center with his Puck.
that was as much as you could want for, or you could hope for from your first Blink gank from the Bat Rider. You get 2 kills on 2 cores, and you get a tower. And I think Spectre even got a last hit on one of those kills. Yeah, he got 1 kill.
Yeah, the Urn on the Nature's Prophet.
So that is like the best possible scenario for your first
Ramses. He's going to rage up. He doesn't have Infest available, but Proposhka came in a little bit too close, so the follow-up stun's going to be there from the Lion. It's there, now the Puck Dream Call, but Hand of God, it's off cooldown, so DJ gives a lot more life back, so they stand inside the Dream Coil. They still need to bring down the tier 1 tower Fnatic. Okay, so Empire want to force the issue. They're looking for a denial attempt as well. The swap forward, and VS, while he puts Net to firing line, loses his life straight away, and Net, he's retreating out. The Wrath of Nature is not enough damage. Net will be sent back home, even turns around to help get the kill. You get a fresh Urn Charge. And Team Empire, they try and punish Fnatic for taking the tier 1 tower, but no punishment administered.
It was just too much sustain. That Hand of God just, what would have been a probably Empire favored fight goes the way of Fnatic. And they get a tower, just almost entirely because of the Hand of God.
So our Invoker, who was completely shut down, who had 2k net worth, what was it, a couple of minutes ago now, it's 3.7k, completes the Hand of Midas. Recovery time is coming for Invoker.
This is just the reason why I mentioned, like, in ganking the Invoker. Oh, he got a solo pick off?
Maybe with a Sunstrike. Yeah, but
Okay,
Nature's Prophet.
yeah, with the Sunstrike, yeah. So Lasso into Sunstrike gets a kill on Prophet again. Yeah, but like I mentioned, because it was so important for Fnatic to get the blink on the bat, Oh, bottom lane.
He's just playing with him at the moment, but it's Ned who wants to keep like Ramsey's interested in this fight. Because mid one's rotating down, and Net, he knows he's going to win on this damage, so he pops a Spectral Horn, Ramsey comes back up and infests into the side creep, because obviously you can do that and stay alive.
Oh, by the way, we have not even seen one Ancient's infest.
We haven't, it's refreshing.
I guess you're really, really happy about that.
I'm slightly...
The lifesteal's also not being very effective though, so
yeah,
perhaps he should be.
That's why it's a slightly happy part of it all. Because he could still abuse it. The issue is like he seems to be saving it every time for the fight, so he can get rid of one of those Chen creeps.
The issue is you're not mobile in an ancient creep as well, so you have to. Your teammate have to play around where your ancient creep is going to be, rather than currently he can TP in, infest an ally, and then initiate through the fight that way. But
that's a Fnatic schmuck move.
Might be actually too late for that.
They do have Spectral Horn for this, however.
Yeah,
they also still don't have Lasso for another 3 seconds.
60 seconds, Lasso plus, so probably just the Chen creeps.
He only just warded as well.
They have Finger of Death as well.
Yeah,
so
Finger plus Lasso. It's good enough.
It's almost like Empire are going to have to play may try aggressively farm because they know Haunts on cooldown, so that sometimes can like work in your favor. Your Fnatic.
Yeah, but at the same time they want to wait for like 2 items. They want to wait for the Armlet on Ramses, and they want to wait for the Blink on Scandal. These are the next items I mentioned before they don't have to wait, but because they lost the last fight so badly, so they have to use some time to recover and get a key item or 2 before they start to take another crucial fight. Because if they lose another fight the next time, Roche will be down.
They could buy the tier 1 tower on bottom lane. A little bit of damage being done to the tier 2 on top of Fnatic's. Thanks to the Empire push. It looks like Empire is also moving up, expecting some level of defense from Fnatic. There's no observer wards in this northern part of the lane, unless you look all the way to that top lane. But Doom, he started the animation. But the blink back from High just a little bit too quick for him.
He's got a 4-staff already, which makes the Vengeance life a little bit more difficult to actually get that swap off if you can force
you usually on off-lane Bad Riders, you get Blink plus 4-staff and Brown Boots at 17 or 18. You consider it a decent or good timing. He has Tranquils, Bottles, upgraded one, Blink Force, 15 minutes.
You send that, you give him that one Chen creep gank, and then Ohio will pay you back. And he's stepped up this game so far.
Yeah, 6-1 and 3, and now Fnatic going to get a bigger advantage. They're going to go and take Roshan.
Here's the Infest on the puck, but no Blink.
I mean, if you find him in Roshan, not having a blink doesn't necessarily matter if you get the orb in.
Yep, that's true.
Have to move quick though.
Scandal, the man of the moment.
Roshan's still only in half life. This takes a while. Like, we are only 16 minutes in.
Can he find the Dream Core initiation that he wants?
They'll have to hit the rest of Fnatic, but Fnatic are moving back into the pit right now. So you'll jump yourself forward. Mid one's very, very low. He'll actually go down. But the Doom's over on 3-4-3, so the big Finger of Death available. He will be taking a fall. There's a 3-for-1 trade-off. Fnatic are losing too much. Net caught on the hillside. Ohio wants to help him out, but he's trapped.
He TP'd out?
He actually, got out? Okay.
Wow. He actually got out.
Really?
Wow.
Heads of TP. You talked about it. He doesn't have a blink dagger. One spot where not having a blink doesn't matter is that Roche choke point. Everyone is grouped up. They even split up a little bit, but you have a guaranteed initiation.
I think there was also on Fnatic's fault that they had one hero on the they had 3 heroes in the pit.
Yeah.
But they had one hero standing on the bottom side here around this area, but no one was standing here.
Well, they should have had even just a Chen creep to.
Yeah, they needed like one each to cover all the
areas. They had 4 Chen creeps, like 2 golems and some other creeps. They were all in the Roche pit. At least one of them or a hero should have been like north of the Roshan pit, scouting that one out.
Yeah, I guess they just wanted to like finish the Roche ASAP, and they just thought that Empire could not have get their time.
Well, you win a few fights in a row, you get kind of confident and don't expect your opponents to take the fight to you.
Yeah.
Is it really that bad though? Because Fnatic, like, what did you really lose out there? It's like you haven't lost Roshan. Now they're gonna smoke and go back in and try and finish the job.
Oh, they're gonna fight most likely, or at least try and fight first. I feel.
Yep.
Yeah, you camp a tree in there.
Get a fight.
You rather get the pick off and then transition to the Roche, which they can't contest. The great battle. Oh, poor Pumpkinhead.
Oh, the 3rd lowest win rate.
Oh, he headbutts. Like, look, he attacks with his hand, but really he connects with his head.
So the key hero that they want to pick off is probably the bench if you want to initiate with the bat successfully, because he's the only one that can stop it.
Into the Firefly, they can see if the Scandal is also a good target, but nope, they go over on Matochka. There goes your Dream Coil as well. Swap back out the Doombringer. He's just going to get this off. Ramsey's in real trouble. A Finger of Death giving him all the extra damage they required, and now this TPR from the Doombringer will not be successful. So 2 heroes down, they can push out that bottom wave a little bit. But the primary target is still to take out Roshan, who's still injured.
You swapped save Doom, but they didn't actually have Doom's ultimate there to fight with.
They
so.
did that about Horn as well, so that was and top lane after like getting run down, and he has no TP.
This is problematic. TP scroll plus teleportation ability on cooldown, so they will try and outrun it. But now Spectral Horn's going to be triggered.
He's dead.
Net, there's your net.
Oh my god, that is a big
Attack.
kill.
Wait, did he just reality did something else? Yeah, he's chasing after Scandal. Brings him closer towards Roshan.
Okay.
Very, very quick movement. And Roshan still belongs to Fnatic.
Alright, he's playing really well. I'm gonna say it. He's actually having a fantastic game here. He's had some shaky games here there on the carry role too. Like it was funny because Minter and I were kind of talking before the series, like, oh, Net, you know, he's done alright on carry, but the rest of the team sometimes just carrying Net.
As much as you want to say he's playing well, like he's just finishing the kills that the Bat Rider is setting up, and here comes the smoke from Empire.
Well, Ohio, maybe he can set it up this time around. He's got a haste rune as well bottled up, but he's got the gem. Oh, wow! That was quick from Ohio. How did it?
He just got lucky. He wanted to blink and farm the camp, so he just blinked up and.
That was exactly because they were actually like synced up together.
And he had a gem as well.
Yeah.
There's no way that was.
He didn't see it. Like it was a smart
God.
maneuver on the other side of the tree line. Now it's DJ not giving enough respect. The force off already used by Ohio, but okay. Well, with the Chen army there, they are not going to chase any further. DJ will also survive. He's 100 gold away from completing up that mech. Even that would have been a good kill for him.
Yep.
Slow down some critical item of Fnatic. Net's almost finished up his Manta Star as well, so that silence the puck won't control much longer.
You kind of really see the tempo going back and forth a bit around the ulti cooldowns. Like Fnatic smoke when there's no Doom, then Haunt gets used.
Yeah,
Empire's
but
like,
right now,
go.
Fnatic is already in almost total control of the game because they secured the Aegis.
Aegis mech is going to get very difficult for Empire to fight.
Yeah, and Manta is almost up on that. So the timing right now and the tempo is on Fnatic's hands right now. So it's gonna be hard for Empire to try and dictate the pace of the game. They have to try and maybe get a pick off somewhere with the Doom or with initiation from Puck, Lifestealer, kill a hero really quick.
And they've got great pick-off potential. Like Puck, Lifestealer, having Doom's ultimate, having Nature's Prophet global presence, but they need to play like a scrappy Dota right now. They can't take Fnatic head on.
Yeah, prepare for late game sort of, because usually when you see the Prophet getting a Midas...
Ramses, I don't think you really want to reveal yourself at that point. Even with the VS in the neighborhood, like you can swap and cancel the last two at the moment, but you may just, okay, you're just going to end up losing the VS. Ramses will rage and TP out, but it's another kill going the way of the Spectre. He's 8-0-8 on this Spectre, 21 minutes into the game. Like, you're begging to be like completely outdone by Fnatic.
I mean, at this stage, right now for Empire, I think it's just trying to get more farm across all the heroes, and with the Midas on the Prophet, you just try to move into the late game, and because you have Doom, so one of your supports scale really well into late game, and Bench as well.
Blink up. They just had a guess. They had no vision whatsoever. They thought maybe Afterlife is going to be here. Someone's going to be farming up the Ancients. And Scandal, he blinks forward, gets instantly hexed. There's your Spectral Haunt. Two heroes dead very quickly. And Spectre not going to reality onto anyone else. They're just here. They take two heroes and now move instantly into the towers.
And this Bat Rider has just been the pick that made everything happen for Fnatic this whole game.
That's kind of instantly what you think. When you see the Invoker, the excellent Invoker, you're always like, who's the setup and the pick off? Like, you see the Invoker plus the Bounty off, and you see the Invoker with the Beastmaster, and that was really what Fnatic need to pull everything together, was that catch hero that can combo with the Sunstrike, find the pick offs, and the highest Bat Rider has been the playmaker there.
High's looking to go again. This time it's going to be Ramses. No infested bubble. He does have that armlet. The VS will swap him out, and Ramses rages himself away.
King R is just there every time.
Like,
every time.
Peter.
He's the ultimate sacrifice, is what he is. This guy is literally Aslan.
I feel sad for you. If you're a support and you do that the whole game and your team loses the game, you're like, oh.
Yeah. I hope Pilot dies there because he gives good hugs and he also knows that feeling.
I feel you,
dying
man.
for the sake of the team. He needs to give him give him some love after this game.
I like how we still use Pilot Die as a good example. Afterlife, that's curious note.
Well, also Pilot Die's hugs are notoriously
Net?
incredible.
Net? He got 1,000 gold for that kill.
Okay. That's a thing.
He was like trying to run, I don't know. I thought he was gonna be able to survive if he just ran straight.
He just gave a Desolator to a Lifestealer. Pretty much the whole thing.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Less than ideal.
I mean, shit happens, so let's just
Yeah, and let's move on. This actually levels everything up a lot more. Like, how much do you even... Like, this graph has swung a hell of a lot, especially with experience. Like, Fnatic almost pushing an 8.5, 9k lead. He's bouncing back and forward.
I mean, because of the gem, so they're still controlling the map really well.
Here comes Fnatic. Blink forward. A basic attack will not be the stable they are really searching for. But he had no choice. The lifestealer was already running out of there.
Yeah, with the Desolator, they get a lot better pick burst potential. Like finding someone like a Spectre with a puck initiation gets a
Oh, the
lot
puck has
more
a,
potent.
puck has a gem as well. Didn't realize that.
Hasn't dewatered just yet, but okay, there we go.
Come on. Now he sees what he's looking for.
Yeah, basically when you're playing against a lineup like this, like vision is very important if you want to catch the Prophet and, you know, like the bench as well. Like you want to know where the bench is actually guarding so the Bat Rider can actually initiate elsewhere to get kills. And Shadowblade on the bat.
Interesting.
I think we saw this from, what game was it earlier against Prophet as well? Someone got a Shadowblade in the game just now. Like someone got a Shadowblade against the Prophet. It's basically...
We saw it on a Wind Ranger.
Oh yeah, it was the
Wind
Wind Ranger, yeah.
Wind Ranger.
That's basically like the same idea.
Yeah, even though there's a gem on the opposing team, it still can be a very useful item to have. Not quite the same because you don't benefit so much from the damage and the
I mean,
attack speed.
sometimes you see players go for the Aether Lens on Bat Rider in this sort of situations.
At least we know this one won't be completed up into a Silver Edge. That was the difference between the games. Actually quite good up against all the other heroes in that game. Empire's trying to use Mapochka as bait. That's where Scandal and King are sitting right behind him. Now, Fnatic have no vision of this. In fact, they have no vision of Jack.
They have Spectre though, they can just
Hold
hold
that orb. No higher. Nice. These are coming. Here comes just Spectral Haunt, so now they see all of Empire, Scandal. Already dropping fairly low from that net, makes its way through the tree line. They're looking for the Doom target, but they don't know which one to actually Doom onto, but they find the real one. Net will go down. The Stars, however, Ohio gets moved so heavily. Scandal is down. He'll lose the gem. It's a 2-for-2 trade-off. The mid one brings the extra help with the damage from 343. Mid one will be able to pick himself up a double kills despite splitting two different parts now. 343 up against King R, the hand of God from DJ. For King R, the extra time he required. And now it's Mapochka, the last man standing, and he'll fall to his death. A triple kill for mid one, a 2-for-5 trade-off.
I thought that fight was just going to go horribly wrong for Fnatic. They instantly lose Spectre, but mid one just does... Like, that damage of that fight was 80% mid one's Invoker.
You guys called it, like, mid one is meant to be power play. Spectre will eventually come online.
When I saw the Spectre running, I was like,
I just thought they were going to... It looked like they should just have fallen back and not engaged with the Haunt because they didn't get any
he could have actually just flew over the dagger and just wait, like, try to stay back, hide in the trees and just wait for his team to actually get nearer, like wait for the bat to make a move instead of like, he was just really confident that they were far ahead enough for him to actually pull that off.
You referenced Sumel's performance when he started 0-5. This is very similar turnaround coming out from mid one here.
I'm sorry, you can't mulg awards over on your mid heroes. That's not the way it works.
I don't think you can win games going 0-21
Afterlife.
as a mid.
Well, that is actually true. That is actually true.
Arteezy got pretty close. Back when he was running the Drow in the mid. He would go 0 for 10. They just used the pure aura to win. Yeah. That's as close as I remember anyone getting for a mid laner. That Observer Ward. Ohio knows it. He needs to wait 2 seconds. Firefly comes off cooldown then. Now they Sentry Ward and they realize, wait, we've been visible this entire time. Mapochka wants to walk forward. He doesn't actually have like any way to clean up the ward, however. Not quickly. And no Iron Talon Doombringer.
I think it's hard for Empire. They have the ability to burst down a core hero if they're choosing at the start of a fight with the lifesteal, but it's like, who do you go for, the Spectre or the Invoker? You don't really have the ability to get both of them.
Soul kill.
Wave farewell, boys.
Okay.
He did 4 stutter steps to get hit 5 times by contact.
I mean, the problem is like Fnatic is always going to have the initiation advantage. Despite Empire having the bench, you're like much more in a defensive spot because you want to save the swap and you want to just wait for the puck to initiate. But with the Horn, Bat Rider is always going to see you first, so that's a very big advantage for the Bat against the puck. Vision is key. Vision, whoever sees first will be able to make the jump.
And you can see with the last fight, the Batrider and the Spectre going in to start the fight, even if you counter the lasso, it's all just to create space for Invoker. Invoker's going to do most of the damage in a fight if he goes ignored.
Yeah, but it's really difficult for them to like target him down because like there's chain creeps in front, and there's always going to be the horn illusions like scouting. It's easy for the Invoker.
Yeah, he's always last into the fight. He's never going to show himself before a fight begins. Locating him is the challenge for Empire.
You say challenge, but I think it's a bit like
an impossibility.
Impossible task if he positions himself well. Like he just needs to drop a Sunstrike. Like stay out of harms, drop a Sunstrike, send the Forge Spirits in, and just come in at the right time. So if the Doom's a bit more farm and he has something else like a Blink or a Shadow Blade, then perhaps the Doom can actually fulfill that role for them.
Problem is he can't find space to get that farm.
Yeah, that's like a problem for them right now.
Because Fnatic are like with an Aegis Immortal behind you in the back of that Spectre. You got a decent Chen army ready to also help with the push. And some great initiations and an ability to kite with 4-staffs, like double 4-staffs. Like Empire are going to be assaulted. They're trying to get a bit of a trade-off, but this isn't a Prophet treant push. Instead, Prophet's trying to keep the mid lane at bay for now.
Yeah, and this game just gets harder for
if you look at the bat, he's not showing himself on the map. So even if Prophet doesn't see when the Prophet doesn't see the bat, he doesn't want to show himself in the lane because he's always so scared of the Batrider initiating on him. So the Batrider staying out of vision is very, very important for them to pull this off.
Well, he hasn't showed himself up just yet.
And Radiant Vision, yeah, non-existent. The Observer Ward vision is just the single one here, which is much like a ward they just kind of plant. Like, well, they're probably not going to come in to de-ward for at least a couple of minutes. Let's just throw down.
Just look at the bat, just like out of reach sight all the time, and you look at Afterlife, he doesn't want to show himself.
Just shadow blading around and.
Wait, he shows himself now, but he
immediately shows himself instantly TP.
Oh my god!
The flame break timing! Afterlife is gonna get destroyed, the Sunstrike is there and...
What?
Oh boy!
Did he have vision earlier?
No!
He was just checking for wards?
He was looking for wards. That was all. He was blinking the farm the first time, and he's flame breaking for wards the second time.
He may have just been flame breaking a check for Prophet too. I've seen so many Prophets when you're behind farm on that cliff. That's the move Meander spot as far as I call it, because he's just always up there as soon as his team starts losing and just farming the two camps.
Then we had Mind Control doing that earlier today as well.
I mean, this is the second time this sort of situation happened for Ohio. This game was the first time was with the gem, and he just got the gem in mid lane and he just blinked.
Can someone back check it, please? 3-4-3 now going to dump on mid. Ramses, well, they'll swap as well as Rage.
Whoopsie.
Yeah,
even if he hexes life, still he gets swapped out there, so.
Yeah.
It's just kind of testing your opponents, making sure that if Venge isn't there in position.
Okay, Radiance is going to be completed on the Spectre, so I guess that's going to be the signal for Fnatic. With the next Haunt, they'll have Radiance, and they'll siege the high ground with that.
You have Radiance, they got 3 4-stars as well. Like Alasso, I hate to think how far a hero can be dragged away. They sprout to get a little bit of vision. Ohio's already blinked himself out.
They thought they had mid one. Mid one was like, let's throw Forward Spirits and then instantly run the hell out of there. And he knows he just can't afford to get caught as Invoker. That's like the one way Empire can approach a fight, is trying to burst down the Invoker at start.
They've still got 2 minutes left of that Aegis. The issue is they've only got, they got 73 seconds left on the cooldown of Pawn.
Smoke. Empire's
into Aegis.
Oh, they're gonna fight fighting into the Aegis, but they know Horn is still down.
Well, they have no vision. They don't know. They don't have a clue where anything is on the map right now. So
this is blind man's luck.
It's kind of obvious, right? Because
well, Fnatic know exactly what's going on because they see the entire map except their own jungle, so they see no one farming.
They at least get some nice wards down when they do this. So now, not only does Empire have a good early warning system, but
those wards won't last long.
They probably won't last that long. But at least they now understand that all of Fnatic are on the bottom lane and they're getting ready to push. Like the Radiance has just arrived in for the Spectre. Actually, now it's going back to base.
Radiance, and it's daytime, so it's even better for the Batrider right now. Radiance, Horn's going to come off cooldown, 25 seconds, so this is it. Timing for Fnatic.
You kind of get everything you're looking for too. Like even if you need to, like you can buy back. Well, the Invoker's going to get himself like 3/2/2 money in just a moment, and then he can just like BT himself back into the fight. Or they find a moment in the mid. There it is, the swap out. And again, King R The sacrifice will hopefully not be in vain.
To be honest, I think Ramses has to buy a drink for for King after this game. Even if they lose, that's like some buddy play.
I don't think it
The
works
whole
that way.
game.
I think King R's the water boy, man. He brings the drinks over.
And that's ultimately fine for Fnatic though. They're just trying to force that swap out, and then suddenly Empire are more exposed. And
They've only got 20 seconds left of that Aegis. They almost want Net to tank up this entire tower push. Unless they can find an opening like this. Ramps on bottom lane, special dagger in, they get exiled with the finger of death, they find the kill, and Scandal gets hit by the meteorite. As he tried to defend that bottom tower, they missed the deafening blast on you, but it won't really matter. Net still has the double kill. You got the creep wave in through the bottom. This will be tier 3 tower as well as melee racks. No life stealer up for 52 seconds. And can they find more? With the trop trap, they forced off the Centaur into his first stun. The swap out again now from King R. He'll get a pulse under the 3-4-3 with the all forward. They have to fight underneath this Dream Coil, but the EMP and Tornado are not going to make this too easy for them. The Doomer, however, on Net will do some work, but mid one, that rage, Ramsey can just walk straight through the ice wall, pick himself up a double kill, and move for another one. And you're right, up on top lane, Afterlife, he's actually taking out the entire top lane of Rax. He took it out. The Centaurs are coming back in for the melee, however. They want the trade, and will they get it? Nope. The Centaurs are down.
They defended their Rex and they got a Rex at top?
Yep.
Alright.
that still did a ridiculous amount of damage. The Infest actually is super underrated as far as how much damage it puts out in these fights, and Fnatic just...
How many buyback was there? Like 2 buyback?
Puck? Whoops. Was there anyone other than Puck buyback?
Lifestealer.
Oh, Lifestealer.
You have, Lifestealer and Puck.
Alright.
I mean, it was still really good for Empire considering the situation.
Hey, you managed to take a Rax and you have Nature's Prophet on your team. That's already good for you.
Okay, Dota 2 boys.
Well, now we got a game.
Game of trades.
There we go, that's the thing.
You took a Rax on your 15k net worth behind and Swamp's experience behind, and you take the Rax. I mean, this is why this hero, this hero, Nature's Prophet, picked up so many bloody times.
Everything was going according to plan. Like the game was flowing perfectly for Fnatic. They were going from objective to objective. They got Roshan, they had the Aegis. It expired. That was where things... Normally you see the team about to have an Aegis expire, they just fall back. They wait for a pick-off, or they just wait for the next Roshan, but they put themselves in a position to let Prophet just take a lane of Rax and lose the fight bottom.
Is that where you ask yourself the question, like, is it meant to be, like, is that kind of Fnatic going, wow, guys, like, we screwed up. Like, top lane was out of control for us. We didn't push in bottom lane hard enough.
It's often what you'll see when you're in these kind of desperate positions. You use a hero as bait with their buyback because Venge is dead. So Fnatic, and they kind of get this tunnel vision where there's no Venge swap to save the lifestealer. So if they know it's a guaranteed kill when they jump in bottom, and then Puck tries to save, and they're like, okay, we got 2 guaranteed kills on 2 core heroes. This is like dream scenario. Let's get Rax, but you're using your buyback to essentially bait Fnatic into a false sense of security there.
And now Fnatic are forced with a problem. Like, they really want to keep forcing in through the bottom lane and push towards that now exposed Rax, but because of the situation, they can't reach it in time. This Rax will probably be full life by the time they're ready to push again. They actually use Net as the split pusher. Push him in on bottom lane, let the Mandra Illusions just do its work, push out that lane, then Net takes care of mid, heal Spectral Haunt into the fight, and the rest of Fnatic have to go through the top lane to repair the momentum damage which has been done. But at the same time, if they lose this fight, Roshan is a very, very quick spawn time. They cannot afford to lose this fight and then Roshan directly after it. And that's what they're looking to do. Net, the jump in mid, there's your Doom, your Dream Call, your Silence. Net's already down for the count. And they're looking for more, and they're going to find it. The Hex over on DJ, the Sprout calls, hold him in, but Vector going to fire back, reality himself forward. Who should they really go on? The BS already down, Ramses, they're just doing so much work. Fnatic, this time they find some good kills. No lifestealer for 75 seconds. They can push the lane down a bit and then take out the bottom Rax.
Fnatic do to Empire what Empire just did to them, which is kind of use a hero as bait. I don't think that was entirely the plan for Net there in the mid lane to get picked off like that, but when he's got the buyback, at that point Empire are committed with heroes that just use their buyback. So this is 60 seconds now without lifestealer, without any possible buyback coming out from him.
It's like they finished what they started a while ago. And now they move also into the mid lane. They can do decent damage. 46 seconds is the window of opportunity they've got. Without the Spectral Haunt, maybe not so great, but your last two's off cooldown in 13 seconds time. But they already take out one, and Scandal buying some time with the Wrath of Nature. It's a little extra chip damage into DJ, but he's still got Hand of God available. And look at him, that Net was starting to attack into the tier 3 tower up on top, and now he's going to be punished for it. They force Arpin back out after he got swapped into the fight. Kingar might be low, but Net, they just send him back. Mid one actually make his play. Obviously Invoker, powerful here, a double punish swap from the Lion. Lapashka's going to go down. Now they actually want to bring Net back to the fight. Unfortunately, he's pushing out the bottom lane, but they got what they came for. They take out the mid racks, they get more kills up against Team Empire.
I mean, this is what we expected to happen the last time.
Yeah, really.
It took a second attempt from Fnatic before it happened.
No pesky profit as well, like trading lane of racks.
God, look at that money on mid one. 8k. 8k gold on Invoker now. And he just buys a straight Octarine. And they're fighting again in mid. Sunstrike on top of Ramses. Support's coming in, and Net just focused on the Lion Still, and the Yule Scepter goes up and towards the air. He'll hit the deck again, and Ramses, oh, a BKB Lion Stealer is a real thing. Rage is just not enough, and now to follow up the puck. They'll at least avoid the EMP burn, phase shift it out, blink it down, and then orb away to safety. But you're now going to get Megged.
Radiant's middle barracks.
Yeah, Puck, the Lifestealer is just so core to this team and their damage up at this stage of the game, and there's so much control from him. We saw there a Chen creep within Snare. Take him out of the fight.
The cold snap, the troll trap as well. Zoom, he may not never got it. He won't get the ulti off. The Finger of Death kills him up too early. That's a good game. That is GG. Fnatic. There was a small hiccup, aka the top lane, but they will still close out game number 1 up against Team Empire.
Yeah, the one hiccup when they were trying to go for that first rack push, but other than that, Fnatic was really strong, solid. The key fight to me, that like mid tier 1 tower, things were kind of neck and neck. The Net's haunts in this fight in this game were just on point, and
No, the first blink. The key moment of this game was the first gank with the blink from the barrier. They just got way too much from that first blink.
Well, game number 2 is coming up, boys. So prepare yourselves. It's our last series of the day.